Good afternoon, everybody, guys. 1 year later, we are back here with the second iteration of BPL's Watch Over Palestine charity tournament here. Ben, we are getting ready to start this tournament out strong with Orbital Burgbardment versus those who throw. Ben, you ready to get this tournament going?
Yeah, absolutely. We're here. We've got 15, I want to say 15 teams. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13 teams, close enough. Competing in this tournament, all of whom have made a donation to our overall donation drive with their entry. All of your donations today are going to UNRWA, yeah, it's usually how it's pronounced, sorry. The UN agency that helps Palestinian refugees in the Middle East. So all of your money today is going to humanitarian support, healthcare, food, water, education, schools, an extremely good cause. We wish we didn't have to do this charity tournament a second time, but we're here, we're back again to do so.
It's good that someone's doing something. There's a lot of people trying, right? But it's definitely an honor to be able to try and help push this agenda forward. But at the end of the day, everybody's here to play Overwatch, and everybody wants this tournament to meet its goals. And we've actually already hit a couple of our goals. Our original donation goal was $1,000. We hit that like last week.
The tournament hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, the tournament just got announced, and we already hit $1,000. We also hit our second goal before the tournament started of $1,750. Right now, our current goal, you see it down there on the bottom of your screen, $2,255. That was what we were able to raise for charity last year when we ran this tournament. So we would love to be able to get back to that line and even push past it. But
a lot of other ways you can raise money. There should be donation links popping up in the Twitch chat, I believe, but a couple of other things you can do. If you give $3, I believe, you can get stickers, BPL stickers, tournament logo stickers. And we're also going to be giving away bundles courtesy of some of our community members. I believe a $5 donation will get you one entry into that raffle, one entry per $5, so you can enter that multiple times if you wish. And we've got all sorts of fun community members participating in this tournament. Some names you'll know, some names you might not know, some names you might recognize from Twitter. Over on the B stream, we have definitely some names to recognize from Twitter. They're doing Virtus Pronouns versus Lava Lilies. Two cornerstones of Overwatch Twitter. But over here, we've got Orbital Burgbardment, which both of us, we apologize in advance. We are going to mess up saying Orbital Burgbardment. So I might just call them Orbital or like Berg.
I think I'm just going to call them Berg.
You're going to go with Berg? Okay. Yeah, Burgbardment. A couple of decent players here. Not that there are players who aren't decent, but Overwhelm and June, I know, both play in like the Face It Advanced, Face It Expert, like the lower levels of the Face It League. Both of them usually tank players, so all those flex icons probably means we're going to see some funky stuff. And I wonder if Bastion only is going to play Bastion. I don't know. We'll see. On the other side, some more kind of off-rolling shenanigans happening. I know Ray is usually a support player here. They'll be playing tank for those who throw. I'm sure you get the pun. And another sort of Overwatch Twitter thing for y'all. Rosier is the user person about town called Laner. So if you know who that is from like Twitter, Discord, if you're in the Overwatch community, that's Rosier. Rosier is Laner from Australia. Yeah. Absolutely. So gonna be a fun time. This is the fundraising is very serious. The match probably will not be. So get ready for some wacky, weird Overwatch. Map 1's going to be New Junk City. The map pool, like everything else, was also funded by your donations. Donations got to vote for the maps. And the maps that got the most votes via donations are the maps that we're playing here today. So I believe that we were able to raise like several $100s just through those map votes.
So, I mean, it looks like it, right?
Yeah, $933 that we raised just through people voting on what maps to play. Apparently, the most voted for map was Paraíso,
For some
which
reason.
like I don't get it, but
get it.
mean, you know,
I'm
yeah.
glad
So
King's Row didn't make the cut.
yes, yeah. Hybrid, it was Paraíso, Midtown, and Numbani. Nobody wanted to put any of their money behind Blizzard World, which is sad. I really like that map. So we get in later in the series, we're going to get to see Numbani, potentially, which is a map that I don't think has been in any of the esports pools in a while. So, looking forward to that. Okay, June is on Lucio. So,
That makes sense.
Bastion only is in the game and playing Bastion, unsurprisingly.
What?
I know, I figured it'd be funny if your name was Bastion only, but you were like exclusively a Tracer player.
Also, we see a pretty strong Doomfist dive on the other side. Wrecking Ball Mercy bans coming in for this first map here on New Junk City.
Yeah, Rhine. So, okay, not the most optimal, as OC would put it, comps here from either side. Bap Lucia with the Doomfist. It's a bit of anti-synergy.
Well,
Where's Overwhelm appears to be in
this is a
the
whole
enemy
team.
spawn.
They're touching spawn door because they think it's funny. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Unfortunately, it's a little bit early in the map to be doing that. Oh, did they kill Ryu early? Maybe that's what happened.
No, nobody.
Oh no!
died.
Oh wait, no, that's not the spawn. That's the point. I can't tell where the point is.
Nothing died.
Okay. So they've just completely decided to flip the map for. Am I allowed to swear for poops and giggles? Yeah.
Okay, well, Ryu is now having to deal with a Bastion. That's not the place you want to be. Neither team has a tank, though, at the moment, as Bastion only tries to continue to take care of these DPS, but will end up getting jumped, meeting the same fate as their Reinhardt.
Ryu's power block got forced out really early. Kind of not much you can do against a Bastion as a Doomfist there when you're by yourself. As those who throw are pushing forward, trying to really take advantage of all this free push that they've gotten from Orbital Burgbardment's decision to just go straight to the spawn door. They got probably 15% flashpoint cap just from that. Now we're already at the final fight of the first point.
Ryu just more than happy to wait until these players come through, know where they're rotating from. Punch will knock down Ryu. Immortality Field forced. Needs to stay alive here, and Dead at Dawn will not quite be able to remain in this fight, but it does look like Orbital Burgbardment off the back of that Bastion ultimate will be able to come in and drop the side of those who throw.
Dead at Dawn barely made it to Dawn, more like Dead at Dusk. I almost said Dawn to Dusk because all the D words, but that's a different person. So Orbital Burgbardment now in control of the point. Shatter and double support ults coming up. Sound barrier of their own for those who throw with the Dragon Blade. So other than me just saying all the ults that are about to come out, I do question if the Shadow is going to be able to find value with how mobile those who throws comp is. That's a really early Immortality Field, Fletch.
And Matrix. Pulse Bomb will not connect. Good thing for those who throw. Sound barrier is down, and that will be more than enough. They don't even need to use the Dragon Blade there. I mean, it was expensive, but they're going to grab this point to take the first objective.
Yeah, something worth seeing here is that Rosier, I believe, is she lives in Australia, I think. So if we're on EU servers, that's like 300 ping, close to 300 ping from OS to EU. That's hard. Even if you're Soaks, that's really hard. Shout out Soaks. I hope he's watching this. Ooh,
well,
solo Shatter onto the map!
Rosier is definitely feeling that, but somehow stays alive. And Bastion only gets traded. That is unfortunate. You cannot miss that pin if you are overwhelmed. They will look to be able to grab this objective, but they have a Dragon Blade and an EMP ready to go, and both will be invested, and both will find value to put those who know right back in control.
Yeah, just a tawdry bit of point cap there from Berg. That shatter was ambitious, and Rosier
It wasn't ambitious. You just missed the pin.
Well, no, it was also the immortality field was used perfectly there, as perks now starting to come online for the side of Burgbardment. Bastion form, gonna let it rip onto Dead at Dawn, who's dead at the dawn of the fight. Ayo, wanted to say that.
Yeah, that's not great. As Rayu and Modelia will fall here to the end of the fight, and now Asbo on.
Yeah. So the Doomfist, like Doomfist Bat, at least to me, is one of those things where it just feels so. It's like you feel like Kiriko would just be so much better, but again, this is, we're dealing with the type of player where it's like maybe Lander's not very good at Bat, and that's okay.
Alright, well, here is that Bastion ultimate, and June
What?
is out of this fight already. Asbo does get traded out, pinned to the wall. Bastion only drops into Wheels form. That Earth Shatter will find a little bit more value than the first, and with that, will be able to grab this second objective here on Refinery.
Yeah, Bastion only activated the perk that turns the artillery mode, the turret mode, into basically firing grenades instead of that continuous stream of bullets. So gives Bastion a very different type of damage profile, easier to avoid, but also kills much more quickly. June, what the?
That was a very close to an Ajax. Lucky that June gets that sound barrier down.
Why did she emote after sound barriering?
I don't know. June's alive. She's alive. So I guess it really doesn't matter in the end because it was funny. Maybe. Have you seen Orbital Burgbardment? Have you seen what they've been doing?
That's not a bad theory. Because it's funny. It really is not a bad theory. Aspo coming up with another Dragon Blade EMP combo coming online for those who throw. This is how they were able to win a big fight on the last point. Really going to be looking potentially to use that window also to set up the fight. Oh. Yeah, so that's why you pick that Bastion perk, because the time to kill is just really fast with that ability. Rayu's going to do their best, but...
Okay.
Just gonna get cleaned up, yeah. Bastion only living up to his name.
Oh man, that was a very quick fight. I would really rather not call that a fight. It didn't really happen, as we're getting active now. It's those who throws turn. I mean, rather Orbital Burgbardment is actually going into the spawn door this time. Not letting anybody on this squad breathe right now, and there will be a touch from the side of Dead at Dawn, but Bastion only coming in with tank form, able to move to map point.
Yep, going into the last, or potentially last, flashpoint, which is going to be that one. I don't remember the name of it, but
I think it's Junkyard.
Is it Junkyard? Well, isn't the whole thing kind of a junkyard? I mean, it's New Junk City, right?
No, you're being insensitive to the Junkers, okay?
My bad.
Okay, this and
Junkertown are different places, right?
Yes.
It's kind of interesting that they made a whole another map.
They're all in Australia.
Yeah, this is just what Australia looks like usually. As Hack comes out onto Overwhelm, Pulse Bomb not able to find purchase there.
Alright, well.
Oh my, what the?
Okay, EMP Dragon Blade. EMP hits 3. Dragon Blade cuts down June.
June Ajax with it from the EMP.
That is tough.
Yeah, Bastion only really. Ooh, I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could use that perk to jump.
Tank form now.
It is. Oh my god, yeah. Well, that's why in the when you play Overwatch Classic and Bastion uses tank mode, the projectile the Bastion shoots out is just his grenade. It's not the same. It used to be like in actual Overwatch 1, it sort of looked like a flaming rocket, but in the Overwatch 2, Overwatch Classic mode, I never realized. Yeah, it just turns it into tank mode. Okay, Bastion ult coming out now from Bastion only, looking to zone those who throw off the high ground. Unsuccessfully, maybe.
Okay, well, here's the sound barrier from Dead at Dawn, looking for this Lucio now, but Rosier with that anti-grenade and being incredibly annoying. And yeah, I think that Overwhelm may understand that this fight is well beyond saving. And now we are going to go to a 5th objective here. I believe it is going to be... My brain's not working. It's going to be the one next door.
I'm like, don't act like you know the name. Even the professional classes don't know the names of the flashpoints.
Yes, they do.
Dude, I never hear them say it. I know. Actually, wait, no. I actually know this one. This is Docs, right?
No.
Oh, this is not. Which one is Docs?
I can't remember. There's not a Docs on New Jump City.
You sure? I'm pretty sure there's a Docs. Or is Docs on Suravasa?
No, you're thinking of Ducks.
No, there's definitely a Docs on one of the Flashpoint.
No,
there 100% is.
No, you're thinking of Ducks, the one with all the fans on New Junk City. It's the one up north of the map, top left. This is the only one I can't remember off the top of my head right now. There's Arena.
Oh, okay. Flat. Production just told us this is... Oh, is there one called Ducks?
Yes. Yeah, it's the one.
I always thought it was Docks.
There's no boats on New Junk City.
Okay. Well,
Modelia is looking for the EMP here very, very soon and has it.
Oh my god. We're talking about bomb flats and docks and ducts and ducks. Meanwhile, Bastion only has another Bastion ult. Overwhelm has Earth Shatter. Oh, the EMP mid-charge!
Starlo just eviscerated Modelia, able to get rid of a couple with that virus there. Bastion only does get rid of Ryu, but the damage has been done. And for the record, the other 4 are Junkyard, Arena, Ducks, and Refinery.
That Ducks thing feels like a Mandela effect. I've been saying Docs for like 2 years. Yeah, does Modella have the perk where virus spreads if you hit it on one? Yeah, that's how she was able to get multiple kills with virus just there. Really good comboing with EMP. Earth Shatter and Sound Barrier both coming out.
That's game. That's game. That's game. They don't really have another ultimate. They could try this. And, yeah, the Dragon Blade doesn't get to come out. They'll be very, very lucky. I mean, Ryu was the first one to die, so they.
Yeah, they should be able to get another. They should be able to get another fight here, I think. Yeah, Modelia swapping over to Tracer. Aspa might have to use Dragon Blade to touch. Nope. No. Yeah, just a little short. Forgot how fast that flashpoint clock ticks. That's going to be Orbital Burgbardment coming up with map 1. Potentially playing with their food a little bit. Between the touching spawn and the emoting and... yeah. But Bastion only. Showing us why sometimes you only need Bastion.
Yeah, I think that second perk really does make Bastion a lot stronger. Because it's just the Overwatch 1 ult, but every 20 seconds. It's kind of silly.
I think less than that. The cooldown's like, is it 20 seconds? The Bastion cooldown?
I was putting out a number. I don't play Bastion.
Okay, yeah, I don't play Bastion that much.
I was putting out a number.
My apologies to Bastion only. So we're gonna be heading up to our next map, which I believe we're just doing any map type kind of picks.
Just the 3 map types are just Control, Escort, and Hybrid.
No, because we just played Flashpoint.
So. Well, I'm looking at our map pool and Junkertown. Oh no, you're right. No, you're so right. Okay, well the other 2 maps are either going to be Escort, Control, or Hybrid. I was conflating
Yeah.
Junkertown and New Junk City.
Yeah, any
like
map.
you did.
I think they just did the donations to pick the map types that have multiple, that have like a bunch of maps in them, as opposed to Flashpoint and Push.
Okay, well, now it will
they can
be...
repeat map types. Okay, so theoretically we could go to Surabasa next, or Atlas if they wanted. That's interesting.
I'd rather not do that. Atlas is the... Going back to the names of the Flashpoints, Atlas is the only one whose names I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't actually played on Atlas like that many times. I feel like it usually takes me a while.
Everybody always votes for the other maps.
Like, well, that, and it was also broken for like several weeks.
I don't know. I don't know. I've been playing Hollow Knight. Like,
yeah, so I started playing Control the other day, like the single player, the game with the redhead lady. I know it's like 5 years old, but it was on Game Pass, so I was like, let me try it. This is fun, dude. I see why that won Game of the Year or something. We're just waiting now for our next map. Oh, sorry, I'm yawning.
Stop it. I'm the one who woke up. I woke up 5 minutes after call time today.
That's why
I was late.
What does that have to do with being late? I just yawned.
Yeah, because I'm sleepy. You're not. Stop it. Stop pretending.
Well, I've been up longer.
Stop pretending to be me. You want to be
anyway,
me so bad.
I do not. I would rather die than be a Dallas Cowboys fan. So anyway, okay. we're just waffling while we wait for the next map. I think I would expect Orbital Burgbardment to swap around their roster a little bit. They have a bunch of players. Maybe June's like, I want to play tank. She'll come in and play Wrecking Ball. That's sort of her specialty. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think that for the maps that we're gonna see coming out from those who throw at the very least, I think they're gonna want to take us to a divier map. That's
or not, or Lijiang Tower,
or I'm just a lolcow.
Yeah, you might.
Or I'm just freaking stupid and a lolcow. I guess.
That is certainly possible. We're gonna be going to Lijiang Tower, another Reinhardt map. I mean, the OG Reinhardt map. There aren't really that many Reinhardt maps anymore, but if Overwhelm wants to play Reinhardt again, this is a good place for it, unless they're going to be galaxy-brained and pick Lijiang Tower and ban Reinhardt. That would be smart. That's what I would do if I was those who throw.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably a good shout. What was map? Mercy Wrecking Ball?
Yeah, I don't know what was up with the Mercy ban. That's just kind of BM a little bit.
Because it's funny.
It's funny. Haha, Mercy, one of the most popular characters in the game, is a troll pick. Haha, great game design. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
All right. Production, give us hero bans. Let's see if I'm right about the Reinhardt ban.
Give me anything, Solomon. Like, I'll take a cookie at this point.
I would love a cookie. That would be really nice, actually.
Oh, sorry. Can I get a biscuit, sir?
We can't come in here to the EU portion of the broadcast as two Americans and make fun of the Europeans and their silly accents.
I always do this. This is awesome. EU for a long time. I can't cast EU very often anymore, but because my classes are all right in the middle of the afternoon, where they were all like out by noon before. But I have casted a lot of EU, and I have made a fun of a lot of EU.
Well, I don't know if I've built up quite that level of goodwill with the EU folks, as
Wait,
Oh,
If Orbital Burgbardment wanted to got banned
wait,
first,
do they
why
get
would they protect?
do they get production? Is that the right order? Wouldn't those who throw get first map ban,
I
hero
mean, I
ban?
guess it.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say, yeah, production has no clue. They're asleep at the wheel now. But
Me too.
we think no, but ban order aside, that is the exact ban I would do if I were those who throw. We're gonna go brawl map, but we're gonna ban out Overwhelm's what I think is their favorite hero. Make them play like Mauga or Ram or like Queen, something else, some other ground type, some other ground tank that's maybe a little bit easier to brawl into in these close quarters Lijiang maps. The Sombra ban, that's why it seems like a response to the Reinhardt ban, as in like, okay, well, we're not going to let you EMP us on Mauga and shut off our cardiac overdrive or shut down our adrenaline rush on Junker Queen.
Because I don't think Sombra does that. Does she?
Yeah, if you hack.
Because I play Sombra, and cardiac overdrive does not go away when I hack Amalga.
It doesn't?
No.
No, but you hack it. If you hack him, then you can't use that.
Sure, but your hack only lasts for like 0.7 of a second.
That's enough time to kill Amalga sometimes with Sombra and everything. You also like people. I mean, Sombra's been a Mauga counter pick since Mauga.
Oh no, I fully agree.
Yeah, you can EMP Cage.
Cage fight just goes away.
Yeah, mostly so you can EMP Cage. That's like the main reason. Do you remember that Mauga Sombra Reaper thing that was like meta for like a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it like that? No, that was.
It was one part of the Mauga meta had like multiple stages. This was like one part of the Mauga meta. This was like Mauga meta stage, not stage. This was like Mauga meta version 2.6.
Was it the one in that winter tournament in Korea?
Flash Ops?
I don't know.
Or Soup Cup? No, this was like stage 1 of last year. Okay, we've got some role swaps coming in here. Cheesy going over to tank. Starlo staying on support. Overwhelm going on to support. So June out of the lineup. And again, also some role swaps over on those who throw. So this is a donation incentive. Somebody donated so that Dead at Dawn would role swap over to Junkrat. If you want to make an arrangement with one of your friends to donate money to our UNRWA cause for them to play a silly hero, do that. That's awesome.
Well, that's tough.
The Cheesy starting things off with an opening kill onto Asbo.
Yeah.
Rayu just gonna die.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, that's not Bastion. That's
Weird.
not Bastion at all.
Well, he's like mini Bastion.
He still gets to.
Yeah. Bastion only on Bastion Fraud Watch. Not that he's a fraud, but he's committing Bastion fraud by pretending to be something he's not. Gonna be hard for Asbo to outpoke this Torbjorn on that Wu Yang.
Well, RK.
Okay.
RK is just dead instantly. They're gonna try and roll through with Cheesy. Who will not be so lucky as to find another roll off the map just yet. Overwhelm now on the support wall, poking with those kunai from a long way away. Rayu looking to get active, and that is a mousetrap there from the side of Dead at Dawn, who does end up going down, but the opening is there for Orbital Burgbardment should they so choose. Bola shots already ready to go. Odelia not quite wanting to let him rip. And the Wrecking Ball's already back. They just took way too long.
Meanwhile, they haven't been able to actually flip the point at any time during this, and Dead at Dawn is contractually obligated to be playing Junkrat right now, so not really a lot that they can do.
this was a fight win for those who throw. They just took way too long to get in.
Yeah. Unfortunate there. Dead and Dawn popped up into the air. Nothing they could do about it.
This is peak Overwatch gameplay, guys. I would rather be watching Bastion than Torbjorn. I have a strong dislike toward that character. But now we're gonna see the Kitsune rush in the. Okay, Bird. Ryu trying to play it safe. RK goes down first here.
He's able to get out on maybe 20 or 30 HP, and now all the way back to full. Riptire finds nothing, and now someone from those who throw it is going to have to beeline to point.
There is the minefield. We're going to see an unfortunate death from a Rozier. Cheesy trapped up again, but this time a little bit more healthy, able to keep themselves up. But for a little while, that might be. The Torb turret immediately taking it down in this fight. Ryu just needs to clean up the Torbjorn, and they'll get that done as they get the flip here.
Those who throw really took a long time to cap that point. They arguably won multiple fights during that time, and Orbital Burgbardment is all the way up at 99%. Asbo has the Tidal Blast. Probably going to want to use that on, well, ideally the Ramatra, but Ram's already been forced so low.
Yeah, well, there is a Tidal Blast, and it actually won't mean much of anything, because Dozuko have already found 3 picks before that ultimate should find its value. But you know what? It kept Ryu alive for, longer than they probably should have been able to be, so, works out.
Despite all the nerfs, Ram's still very tough to kill, especially with Orbital Burgbardment's comp. Not a ton of really bursty damage there.
Bet they'd love to have a Sombra right about now.
Dead at Dawn eliminates RKXO with the concussion mine. That's a rare moment in the kill feed. And Overwhelm's gonna get die right as the gas gets in a rush.
Bastion only just chucked the turret into the water. There's another one though, I guess.
Yeah, that's
it doesn't matter.
You really hate to see it. Modelia now coming up on the Bola shot. First one of the match, I think.
Yeah, I think this is the same one that they've had the whole time. They had it during the first fight. Alright, well,
Cheesy rolls right into that steel trap and just gets obliterated. That could be point.
There's the Bola shot.
They lose Modelia, but...
they lose RK as well. Bastion only headed around to the other side, and the Riptire taken down by the Torb turret. Nice little headshot there from Bastion only. Kitsune rush down. Rozier turned to a fine pace. Bastion only trying to keep this fight going. Dead at Dawn finds a second. Now we're going to see the Tidal Blast onto Dead at Dawn, who's trying to keep this fight going. Cheesy, 100 HP and counting, gets a little bit off of the adaptive shield, but now rolls through, not going to be able to find anything more than that. A nice comeback for those who throw.
Those who throw able to take it all the way back from 0 to 100.
Ready for battle.
Excellent job there from those who throw, keeping their composure. And Dead at Dawn, maybe not the most comfortable on the Junkrat.
Yeah, really came up massive there. That trap onto the Wrecking Ball was really huge. You'd think Wrecking Ball players would be, what?
2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Sorry, I got distracted. There were interesting things happening in the match chat. Yeah, really easy to get trapped in that as a Wrecking Ball player. It can just kind of sneak up on you. Dead at Dawn already so low. Bastion only again committing fraud by playing Widowmaker.
Well, but it's funny though. So not
usually a map you see a lot of Widow on, but maybe against a team that's a bit more disorganized, you can get something out of it here.
Well, Modelia is out of this fight already, taken care of by Cheesy. Now the roll through is going to come in here. A couple of shots out on Dead at Dawn and Ryu. No headshots just yet, but it's okay as the numbers favor Orbital Burgbardment. Ryu comes in with the Nemesis form. Cheesy gets trapped up again, but it's okay. Too much already done. No way to follow up on that. They'll bow out at 15%.
Yeah, Bastion only might be able to get a lot of value out of the Widow even without showing up in the kill feed, just by forcing those who throw to use resources like Ryu's shield, especially that shield, to block off the Widowmaker's sight angles. So, trying to get something out of Biodonor.
What is happening? Okay, fair enough.
Arrivederci.
Fair enough.
Cheesy's going for it again!
Have another one. Have another one.
Dead at Dawn didn't have any concussion mines left to get back on stage.
Asbo comes in with a pick on to Starlo, which is a good pick, but, you know, oh my god. Okay, wow. Okay, luckily I believe that was Modelia who was just able to jump back up on the point.
Yeah.
Or onto the map.
Freya has a lot of mobility. Is Modelia using the G.I. Joe Freya skin?
I don't know.
I think that's what it is, because honestly, it looks really good. I'd like never looked at it that closely, but the gun looks awesome.
Yeah, they flipped the point there for a moment, but it's not gonna matter in the end. Burgbardment comes back through.
Yeah, so couple of strong ultimates on the side of those who throw. They're actually pretty close to 4, and not that far from 5 ultimates. Dead to Dawn trying to lay a trap. Cheesy wants to get cheeky again. Oh!
Okay. Okay.
Trap
Yeah,
successfully laid.
For sure.
You must like having me around.
Overwhelmed. Playing Five Nights at Freddy's in this lobby right now. And Dead at Dawn
Another!
finds a second. There's going to be a roll through, and this time not going to be quite enough.
Yeah. The best Junkrat is the one you're not paying attention to. It's really easy to think, oh, those Junkrat bombs, oh, they're whatever, I can dodge them easily. They do a lot of damage. It's pretty easy to not think about that in the fight.
Modelia tracked down there. Cheesy very low this time, has to play it safe, roll out, go grab the mega health pack. Now it's Dead at Dawn versus Bastion. Only 2 direct grenades will cost Bastion only their life. The pulse bomb. RK is like, you seeing this? Not quite able to land that one there. Starlo will fall, as will Cheesy, and what looks like a great fight flips the way of those who throw.
Yeah. Ooh. Modelia really showing up in the kill feed. We are approaching final fight territory, and it's going to be a plethora of swaps over from Orbital Burgbardment. Sojourn, Roadhog, and Mercy? Okay. Cheesy trapped, obliterated. Roadhog turned into pulled pork.
Okay, but I mean, Rosier gets traded out there. That's not the best. That's just a lot of healing and taken out. They need it to get back in. Rip Tire pulled. And they find Bastion only. They do get the touch to get overtime started, but what can Starlo find with this ultimate? Finding quite a lot of damage, has to use the fade, and Cheesy is here, but are they really? They're playing Roadhog. Like,
yeah, playing Roadhog into Ram, especially Ram when he's got his perks activated. That Void Accelerator perk really shreds Roadhog. Ryu, some excellent Ramatra play combined with Dead at Dawn getting the play of the game as the Junkrat. Let's go. Whoever donated for this to happen, you may have saved those who throw in this match, because we are going to map number 3.
alright. Map number 3 on the horizon. The trap coming up big quite a few times there on that map,
yeah.
Actually. Really did help to keep Cheesy in check. I can't imagine that we see it anymore, right? It was an incentive. I think that it really did help that Lijiang Tower is a very close quarters map. That makes it very difficult for those hypermobile tanks to be able to predict where those traps are going to be. So now that
so
those
much spam coming your way as the ball player.
Yeah.
You're dodging Freya bolts, Junkrat bombs, Ram particles, Wu Yang orbs. So much just crap is flying at you, and you're trying to evade it and take as little damage as possible. It's really easy to just roll into a Junkrat trap, and clearly they are coming well when people get trapped, because when they get trapped, they get eliminated really quickly.
Yeah, CC has always been a bit of a nightmare for Wrecking Ball players, especially the ones that hold you in place. So I can't imagine that those who throw are going to want to take this to a place where Wrecking Ball can be effective. Or yeah, Cheesy was playing Wrecking Ball, so it'll be Orbital Burgbardment rather that will want to go to a place where a Wrecking Ball is more effective. I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, so they can go anywhere, any map that's eligible.
If you're going to, I can't imagine.
And you also have first ban, remember?
Yeah, but I don't even know how much that matters. I'm not really sure how the bans are fully working. Do they protect the same role? Because if they do, then Orbital Burgbardment bans a tank, right? They ban Doomfist or something like that, and they allow Circuit Royal.
Ooh, okay. So this screams. Looking to see if we have any substitution information coming through in our prod channel, because I would not be surprised if Overwhelm is going back onto tank and they're going to play Reinhardt again. This is kind of the other map that Reinhardt still sometimes gets played on. KSA likes to whip out the Rein on this map with Twisted Minds. Often not to success, if we're being honest, but I mean, he tries. Circuit Royale coming out now. I kind of like this a lot, actually, especially if we see like a Ram ban come through from Berg. Could be just the thing they need to clinch this series and start their Swiss stage off on a positive note.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what we are going to see for these bans, and it will be Doomfist. So that's kind of what I was thinking, and it makes me imagine how the rules are shaking out.
Ooh.
So a Doomfist ban for the side of Burgbardment, and a Widowmaker ban for the side of those who throw. Interesting.
Fletch, I'm gonna agree with you.
I don't think that
I don't like these bans. Feel very reactionary. Doomfist is not a strong character on circuit, never has been, and you were able to very effectively deal with the Doomfist on map 1. And then the Widow ban, Bastion Only's Widow didn't really do anything when he played it. If anything, I would ban Bastion, because Bastion's actually pretty viable on circuit if you're going to play like that Ryan Brawl shield tank style.
I think that the Doomfist ban is nothing more than a protect ban for what they want to do, right? But
then why not ban Ram in that case?
I don't know. I'm not in their VC, right? I can't tell you why they do and don't do stuff. But they're going to be able to play whatever tank they want, right? As for the Widowmaker ban, I mean, it's just a matter of dealing with Widowmaker on Circuit Royal is not fun to do, because the sightlines are so long, so straight, that even an average Widowmaker can be truly, truly annoying.
Right. The question is, does Orbital Burgbardment even have an average Widowmaker?
I mean, sure. I don't know.
Well, we shall see about
only
that.
The benefit of the doubt. We didn't see much, but they were putting some pressure on him.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, we're gonna be going over to Circuit now. Circuit looks so weird in the daytime. What the? I'm trying not to. I keep wanting to swear, but I know I'm not supposed to. What the heck is that from Orbital Burgbardment? I like the Bastion Sim. That's Bastion Sim Ryan. Good comp to play. Juno Lifeweaver is interesting. Also got some substitutions coming out here. On the side of Orbital Burgbardment, June back in on DPS, Overwhelm back to tank, RKXO over to support, and Fiend making his debut in the series on that Juno. Those who throw going back to their standard map 1 lineup.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, well, here we go. A nice little emote in from Overwhelm, life gripped up to the high ground.
I love this defense.
Try and attempt this close spawn. Ryu, not under too much duress behind that shield. Torp turret down from Modelia. The objective being pushed now by those who throw this close hold. Ineffective.
Yeah, Bastion only just got isolated from the rest of his team way too quickly. Now going over to the Soldier. I hate this. That's a terrible swap. What does Soldier do against Ram? Bastion is actually still really good against Ram, especially with his nerfs this season. You can shred Ram really easily with the Sim. June now also going over to the Genji. Genji, Soldier, Reinhardt, Juno, Lifeweaver. What? What's happening?
Hey, I want you to remember, Orbital Burgbardment, they have one motto that they follow. If it's funny, we're gonna probably do it. Right? They think this is funny, so they're gonna do it.
This is bad. There's a difference.
Well, that's a difference of opinion between you and Orbital Burgbardment. Sometimes being bad is funny because they just won that fight.
That's true. Well, not super decisively. Those who throw didn't get that many kills, or they didn't lose that many members, forced back a little bit, but still right back on the fight. The Earthshatter is huge!
Shut your mouth then! Put some respect on the Juno Lifeweaver backline, alright?
The Juno really helping to deal a ton more damage there onto the shattered targets. Only one ultimate used. That's going to be a team wipe. Modelia now going over to the Freya. Wanting to be a little bit more mobile. Thank you, Julia, for the $4 donation to UNRWA. And Orbital both sides also coming up on double support ultimates. That Tree of Life could be hello, Overwhelm. Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing about the Lifeweaver is that you're allowed to do stuff like that. Tactical Visor already locked and loaded here for Bastion only, and the Annihilation comes through, and they're just running away. So this Annihilation is not good.
Great use of the speed ring just to get away there. They're gonna lose Overwhelm, and now Bastion only pops the Tactical Visor. That's...
I will see. There's a life
interesting.
grip, and Azul will actually get taken down there by Bastion only, and now 70 seconds on the clock. Orbital Ray invested. Healing, damage output, not enough to keep Bastion only up, but Overwhelm is here. June with the Dragon Blade.
Yeah. That's going to be a little bit of... It's going to be a little bit too eager of an Orbital Ray there from Fiend. Overwhelm wasn't fully back yet, and now those who throw, they have Sound Barrier, and they are re-engaging. Overwhelm's going to get, well, overwhelmed. And Rayu's off the map. Overwhelm with them. No, Overwhelm actually, got taken out by the BAP as they were charging, but that's going to be a fight win from those who throw. This Fiend is floating in the air. There we go. That's the fight win.
They got him down to time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more, if you want to be really analytical about it, the Soldier is just, extremely suboptimal here. There aren't, when you play Soldier, you really want to take advantage of his ability to flank, especially, and there just, there aren't really a ton of flank routes available. A bit more on point B than point A, but Overwhelm has another Shatter. Very aggressive with it. Gonna be... Yeah, the lamp was a little bit late.
That's fine.
Lamp was maybe a tad late. Dead to Dawn eliminated. Another pin coming through. That's going to be the rest of those who throw cleaned up. Overwhelm emoting to make themselves an easy target for those healing blossoms. Next ults online, probably going to be Window and Annihilation. Orbital Burgbardment not really close to anything. This fight should favor those who throw, unless they lose someone early, which they nearly do.
Well, the life grip is going to come through on it too. the Reinhardt, which is just fine, just A-okay.
Oh, and there you go. Rosier goes
over-
down before window. Sorry.
I didn't even see that. June building up to another Dragon Blaze here. Overwhelmed, you know, absolutely wants to hit that shift button right now. Oh my god, I can smell the sweat on the pinky right now. Oh wow. Okay.
Rosier eliminated first again. The Aussie on 280 ping. The unfortunate victim of a dive from June. And Ryu off the map once again in the same spot. Now, that ultimate disadvantage that Orbital Burgbardment had, that's all gone. They're gonna have 5 ults for this next fight. 5 ults for those who throw. Let's get ready.
Here's Tactical Visor, and Modelia is the first casualty. Somebody went off the map. It was dead at dawn. That was everything.
Yeah, only 3 ultimates used there. 1 used by those who throw. So they're coming in to
I think that was an Ajax.
Was it an Ajax? Oof. Yeah, so those who throw now having the advantage in this next fight. They're going to have double DPS ults and Annihilation.
Oh my god.
The Shatter's huge, and it's massive, and there are bodies everywhere.
And June is cutting people to bits and pieces.
Yeah, Modelia used the Bola shot at some point during that. Not really. Modelia's been hitting shots, but I haven't really been seeing that.
Bola shot's a bad ultimate, so.
Well, what I was going to say is usually a Bola shot is coming up online, twice as fast as any other ultimate. We haven't really been seeing that here.
Yeah, this
Annihilation popped on point.
This is tough.
Yeah, oof. Yeah, and that is going to be those who throw held basically at the first checkpoint, just after the first checkpoint. So those who throw cap point A, they should have the map and the series.
Switching sides.
That was kind of tough for those who throw, right? The ending is definitely rough because they just couldn't break whatever the hell Orbital Burgbardment was doing. But they really...
They call my Ryan pinning Pedro, right? Says June in match chat.
Overwhelm's doing a bunch.
Yeah, I think in particular I'm really missing that Lucio speed engage, I think, from those who throw. You really want to be, especially with the Ram, you can really quickly overwhelm the Reinhardt, and I'm not really seeing that as much as I think those who throw would really need. Is that the G.I. Joe skin? I think it is the G.I. Joe skin.
I don't know.
I might have to buy that the next time it comes around, because the gun looks really cool. Bastion only, going over back to the Bastion. June on the Junkrat, bit of June Rat. Junk Bastion. What is this, 2020 Lijiang Tower Control Center? Oh boy. Fletch, look at this. They're going up. Illegal maneuver! They're doing the thing!
No, because it's not a Maywall. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, well. Like, completely whiffing everything is on the agenda here tonight for Overwhelmed.
Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm gonna use a caster euphemism. That was ambitious. You really want to catch him by surprise, which I think they did initially, but then I think Overwhelm might have been aiming for the bridge and overshot it. Yeah, it looked like they were aiming for Ram and just missed. Unfortunate. Modelia, see, that's what you really want. See, 70% to Bola shot. No one else is even at 60% to their ult.
Why are you turning the shield around? Okay. Alright. Modelia looking for the opportunity. Mayblock already used there. Now the pin is coming through. Life pull. Going to be able to keep Overwhelm in the fight, but Ryu needs to stay alive. There is the Bola shots, and
perfect Bola shot
is tough right there. And that will be Overwhelm. Yeah, that's not great. That's not great.
Yeah, the downside of having a name like Overwhelm is that you can say that Overwhelm got overwhelmed. Of course, the upside is you can say Overwhelm really overwhelming the competition. So, you know, there's pros and cons to everything. Double supportals coming up for Orbital Burgbardment. I think any of the DPS or Overwhelm would be a good nano target for Fiend. They're going to have a lot of flexibility with how they want to use this.
Well, we'll see what this strike is
Oh,
going to do.
Modelia!
Modelia just eats dirt there. Here's the nano boost on to June, who just cuts straight through and...
How did you beat there?
Okay.
Dead at dawn! What?
Well, you need to keep this fight going somehow, I guess. But
and now if they get... I guess. If anything, you want to actually die quickly so you get closer spawns to recontest instead of potentially prolonging the fight, dying, and after they've capped the point.
Alright, well, Ryu is dead there. That is unfortunate, to say the least. Earthshatter down, Abzo, and Modelia. Both affected, neither will fall. Bola shots down from June, who just gets life gripped. Modelia trying to rotate up to the high ground. They have a little bit of space to give, 25 meters to be exact.
Yeah. So this is what I was talking about with the spawns, right? Now those members of those who throw, look at how far back they spawn. Ryu, looks like they're pondering swapping.
They should even live there. I think that was the play.
Yeah.
But now do they...
And the contest not in time. Yeah, that was a bit misplayed, but... probably just would have been delaying the inevitable. Orbital Burgbardment going to take our first series of the day here on the A stream. In a 2-1 that, Fletch, let's be honest with ourselves, they were playing with their food a bit on map 2 with the roll swaps and the wrecking ball. Not to take anything away from those who throw, but I think on map 3, I think we saw the gap in quality between these two teams.
Yeah, just an overall strong performance from Burgbardment, right? Even if it was trolly, and it was quite a bit trollier than, you know, I'm sure that those who throw were ready to deal with. But it happens, right? It's still pretty early in the tournament. There's a lot of games to go. 0-1 for those who throw, 1-0 for Orbital Burgbardment. Get a look at our standings after the first match.
Oh, this was the only map this is the only one that went to a third map.
Yeah, and so those who throw is sitting right on the edge of the top half.
Fletch, what's your favorite team name of these? I gotta go with Hangzhou Bark. I really want to see Hangzhou Bark versus Virtus Pronouns. If we can make that happen at some point, that would be really excellent.
I gotta go with Virtus.
Yeah, do you want to? Two of the players on Hangzhou Bark are Puppy Girl, of course, and Funny Estro.
That's boss. That rips. That's so metal.
That's elite. Metal as fuck, yeah.
That's so tough. They're so tough!
Alright, if folks in chat, if you're watching, tell us what your favorite Watch Over Palestine EU team name is.
But for now, we can talk about that when we come back. We need to generate the next Swiss round. So we're going to take a quick break. While we do that, when we come back, we will have round number 2 here on the EU side of Watch Over Palestine. Welcome back, everybody. Second match of the night here, Kasa versus Fruit Punch Cabaret here in our second iteration of the Watch Over Palestine tournament here on BPL. Damn near $2,000 raised after Wolverino with another big donation while we were on break, $50. So thank you for that one, Wolverino. We're getting very, very close to that 2K mark. Not even a day into the tournament, so that is awesome. Thank you all for the donations. Ben, after what was an interesting first match here, you looking forward to seeing what Kasa versus Fruit Punch Cabaret's got for us?
Yeah, I think this one's gonna be a little more conventional, if you wanna call it that. Kasa the players on this team are kind of in the Face It Advanced, Face It Expert tier, most of them. Like I've heard of some of the players on this team, and I'm not a BPL person usually. Like I'm not plugged into the BPL mainframe. But you know, I've heard of Dirtmaster and Baxter, and their tank player as well. So I got a feeling we might be in for something quick, but you never know. So, to remind you all what we are playing for here, this is a charity tournament. We are raising money for for UNRWA, the United Nations agency in charge of assisting refugees in Palestine. So far, we have raised $1,900. We are trying to break our record from last year's charity tournament of $2,255. And you can donate at the links that are in chat. And you can also donate to enter raffles to win skins and battle passes and stickers. All that information, I believe, should be in the donation link. We've also got some special donation challenges. Certain players have agreed to do certain things if certain conditions are met, including one of the players in this game, which we'll get to when we talk about the rosters for this match.
We already got a look at the rosters just a few moments ago. We'll head back over to the roster screen.
Sorry.
Dirtmaster there on the support role. Dirtmaster will donate $10 for every Ajax. Every single Ajax. I think we hit.
My bad. I was really locked out there.
We hit. I think we hit 3 of those last series. So that is that's phenomenal, I suppose.
Is that $10 for whenever he Ajaxes or when anybody in the match Ajaxes?
It says if X, I will donate Y. So I assume that's whenever anybody Ajaxes. And then you know, just for some of the other possible ones that we could hit, Jasmine will donate €5 for every primal that's popped a little bit too late, and for every missed grab and shatter. Taiko will throw down €5 for every Kitsune rush that goes straight into a wall. Stax is going to donate $2 for every 0 kill.
A lot of these are based on messing up your ult. I would say almost all of them are.
Well, Uray says that donate $1 for every time one of my supports dies first in a team fight. So
you know, it's weird. Some of these are kind of weirdly incentivizing people to mess up more. It's fun. We should be getting into the lobby pretty soon. The map pool for this is totally wide open. You all raised money with your donations to vote for what maps you wanted to see played in Control, Hybrid, and Escort. So the first map is going to be Circuit Royale. There's no rules. You just pick whatever map. You can play the same map type twice. Circuit, we saw this as the last map of our last series, where Orbital Burgbardment played Reinhardt with Lifeweaver and some interesting DPS picks. I would not expect anything super weird coming out from Kasa. We're going to see a Lifeweaver ban and a Hazard ban. The Lifeweaver ban is, I don't think, a complete troll. Lifeweaver has been played on this map kind of all summer, really. It's weird that we're not in summer anymore. Really still feels like it does. And a hazard ban coming out from Fruit Punch Cabaret.
It's still very hot.
I know.
What's the temperature outside right now? It's 90 degrees outside right now.
Well, you're in
awesome.
Dallas, so it's always
It's awesome. But it's October. It's October. Give me my fall weather, please.
If you want fall, it's very very fall weather up here in the Northeast today. But probably delightful in Monaco. I wonder what the weather is in Monaco right now. Let's look that up. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's 64 degrees, clear skies. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. So we're gonna see a pretty conventional comp coming out here from Fruit Punch Cabaret with the Soj, Sim, Sigma. Very kind of Saudi E-League comp with that Sig and that Sim. So pretty meta from Fruit Punch Cabaret on the defense, and then on offense, Kasa Rain. We'll see if they stick with this. We saw Bap Lucio with Doomfist played by those who throw earlier on Flashpoint, and I thought it was a little bit of an interesting combination. Okay, yeah, over to the Kiriko. That makes a lot more sense.
All right.
Stop the payload.
Okay, guys.
Menacing walk.
I'm wondering how long are they gonna let this happen?
Well, Mikix is like almost dead. Mickey's almost dead. Okay. Let's just...
Okay. Okay, first pick goes to Blahaj. First pick goes to Blahaj.
Lucy.
And now it looks like the rest of the team has woken up from their trance. Baxter's coming with a kick onto Dr. Bubby. And Blahaj continues to find some picks for the side of Fruit Punch Cabaret, but this Doomfist dive comp proving to be a little bit too overwhelming even down there, Lucio.
Yeah, Kasa Rain just Oro walked and then won the fight 4v5. That's impressive. Even despite Lucy summarily executing Dirtmaster. They got, like, several meters of push just from emoting onto the cart, by the way. Fruit Punch Cabaret reasserting their positioning here on the cart. Really looking to use that Symmetra to put the Sigma in advantageous positions. Mickey over to the Reinhardt.
Alright, well they're gonna play their Reinhardt dive composition here with the help of the Symmetra. No accretion in this fight here for Blahaj Lucy.
Yeah, she's really close to accretion.
And there will be the headshot there from Baxter on to Dr. Bobby Kitsune rush down from 60 to there is the gravitic flux, but I don't think it caught onto anybody. That eye will be blocked by the photon barrier there of Coco and Rango. Turned into a fine paste on the wall in the back line, and Mickey has no idea what's happening. I don't know what's happening. But
I believe I can tell you what happened. Kasa Rain won that fight in a pretty dominant fashion off the back of Baxter creating a ton of space there. Not much in the ult bank for Fruit Punch Cabaret except for the Tidal Blast. And probably going to look to use that offensively on maybe the Diva. Try and annihilate the Kiriko in the back line. Oh, that's so aggressive. Coco just gets obliterated.
Sound barrier down for the side of Kasa Rain. Ginge falls there. Dirtmaster will maybe go down? Maybe not? Okay, eventually will get taken down in that back line. And I mean, even if they lose out on this fight, they still push through like 70% of this objective before they force a disengage.
It's so easy for Kasa Rain to teleport onto anybody on Fruit Punch Cabaret and just delete them from existence. Oh, okay, that shatter was nasty.
That's €2. Give it up. 60 able to get rid of Ginge there, the pin there on it to Coco as well. This will be the objective captured here for Kasa Rain.
Yeah, barring anything ridiculous, which Mickey is very far forward, but looks like they're just going to essentially keep anybody from Fruit Punch Cabaret from touching the point. Baxter literally just lounging, as they're just going to take a 4v5 fight off the Casino Rush.
Sorry, that's €5 from Jasmine for the missed Earth Shatter.
Is that just if she misses Earth Shatter, or
if X then Y? If
okay.
If an Earth Shatter is missed.
Where was there a missed Earth Shatter?
That Earth Shatter from Mickey didn't hit anything.
But I think it stunned one person, but I would also argue that it made a ton of space for them to push forward.
I think that you're thinking way too hard about this.
I am.
Earth Shatter was bad.
How does one define a missed Shatter, you know?
The Shatter didn't hit anybody. So.
But I think it still got value. There's the TP. Ooh.
TP from the other side.
Fruit Punch just able to get around the corner.
Okay, well, here is the Tidal Blast. We'll get rid of Baxter there. Lahaj, Lucy going up to the high ground. They're just going to TP away. So, safe for the moment. They're just going to wait for their respawn to come back through.
Yeah, that's going to be the first decisive fight win we've seen from Fruit Punch Cabaret in a little while. Baxter over to the Bastion. To my knowledge, this is one of his best heroes. I think he's more of a flex DPS, but he has some of these hit scans in his pool for comps like this, I think. Shout out Power Clappers from Face It Advanced with my Irish guys on that team.
Through, sound barrier down, kind of below average if I have to give that one a grade. Dirtmaster is going to explode. You're going to see the self-destruct down here, and I saw the vision. Bomb. Just put up the shield, man.
I think he might have charged into the.
Oh, I know exactly what happened.
Can we get a replay of that at some point? No, but why did he drop the shield?
He tried to charge it.
Oh, well, that's very silly. Okay, gonna be trying to damage boost the Bastion with the Mercy. I feel like I don't hate it in this context. I see the vision.
Photon barrier down for the.
Both sides flipping positions.
Baxter is good for it, and that's 5.
That was a missed Shatter. That was a missed Shatter. That was unambiguously a missed Shatter. But it doesn't matter because they won the fight anyway.
Alright. Coming around this final corner here. Wheels form in for the side of Baxter.
Yeah. Overclock coming up.
And Matrix down.
Oh my god.
He just gets eviscerated. Absolutely nothing there for the side of Kasa Rain.
Yeah, both of these sim comps really want to go first. For C though, Kasa have fewer tools to go first compared to that Kiriko and Diva combination on the side of Fruit Punch. So, bit of a mismatch. Not a mismatch. Sorry. Slightly different tools available for both sides here, despite playing, like, these comps look very different, but I think they're more similar than they appear in terms of how they want to function.
Well, here is a Photon barrier this time from Coco. That is tough on the OC there. The overclock will not find a pick. We're going to see Baxter drop that strike down there, able to take care of Bubby. Does end up going down, but emoting on the cart while nobody's really paying attention. Ginge comes back from the fight and is able to take care of Dolkin. And with 15 seconds left, there's going to be a very, very tough touch here.
Afraid Kasa Rain might have gotten a little bit too silly with the Mercy and stuff, and they might have thrown away this point. One last fight coming through. Oh, Mickey has to give everything just to touch, and I don't think he was even able to. Okay, well, Dirtmaster barely touches, but there's just barely any bodies on the point for Kasa Rain. I don't think they have it in them to win this fight.
Run straight through there by Diva. Not really much. They don't have any ultimates with the players that they've got left. Lahaj has the self-destruct to get back into the mech. overtime will be coming down. The Baxter does find one, but you know, they're just delaying the inevitable. 25-player kill streak from Lucy is kind of awesome.
What are you, Virtus Pro's social media manager? Did you remember when they tweeted the like 10-player kill streak, and people were like, okay.
25-player kill streak's better than 10-player kill streak.
Yeah. No, but yeah, really good hold on point C there from Fruit Punch Cabaret. Really able to stabilize after getting kind of rolled over on point B. I think the Bastion Mercy combination wasn't able to get as much value as Kasa Rain wanted it to after the first fight with that pair. Particularly, like, there aren't a ton of spots for the Mercy to hide, especially when you're trying to push that very last choke point. Usually the Mercy compositions that we see find some success these days are on maps where there are a lot of places, a lot of corners and little rooms where the Mercy can stay out of harm's way. Okay, Kasa, what are you doing? What is this composition? Mercy with Reinhardt? What is this? What is this, my gold ranked games? I mean,
why not?
Are they taking the piss, or are they just smarter than all of us? Not sure. Fruit Punch going to be running very similar with the D.Va, Wu Yang Kiri. This is pretty meta what they're running, especially in EU.
Alright, Ginge on the Widowmaker. Looking for a shot, does not connect. Does take I think that was a shuriken there. So, you know, I'm not supremely comfortable coming up to take this aggressive angle.
Looks like he's gonna run with the one does not challenge the Ginger Widowmaker. Although he is going to lose his life in the process.
That's a mercy with the pea shooter out.
Dirtmaster getting his hands dirty, but that's going to be a first fight win from Fruit Punch Cabaret. Really started by Ginge with the Widowmaker. Did we get map? Oh wait, we're still on the first map. Dude, it feels like we're on map 2. The attack was so long. I'm like, did we get map bans for map 2? But no, we were still on map 1. Eesh. Anyway, Blow High Lucy trying to poke at the Rhine shield.
Coming back through for Punch Cabaret. Good first fight, taking advantage of the silliness of Kasa Rain. A couple of nice little shots there on to Mickey on the Reinhardt, who's just taking so much damage.
Mortality field first out right there.
Yeah. Teleporter, just a bait, you know, maybe a waste of time, but there is the Amp Matrix coming through, but Mickey is again just excessively low. Absolutely brutal there. They get the res onto Mickey, but is that going to be even close to enough to keep them in this fight?
I think it might be. Huge res from Dirtmaster.
Lucy has the Tidal Blast and the Self-Destruct ready to go. Self-Destruct down. Hiding behind the wall. Coco throws down the photon barrier of their own. We saw the bola shots there onto the Reinhardt. Dragon Blade pulled by Baxter, who just gets folded like an omelet. Res out again onto
another
Baxter.
Res from Dirtmaster. Yeah, Dirtmaster gives his life for it, and I think that's going to be Fruit Punch getting the first cap off of this. But honestly, huge props. That first res onto the Reinhardt really extended that fight quite a lot. Those seconds could be really crucial on point B and point C as Kasa Rain are looking to defend their push from their attack. Earth Shatter and Dirtmaster now over to the Illari.
Getting rid of the healing pylon. That's not bad.
Definitely a good choice on this map. Just a matter of if Dirtmaster can mechanically execute.
Also, that's kind of bad for the side of Kasa Rain. They're down there.
Yeah.
There's Symmetra, so this is just free push for life. Earth Shatter down, landing straight onto the Symmetra, and just finding
Suzu.
absolutely nothing with it. Suzu and the defense matrix.
Yeah, they did force out Immortality Field and Suzu, so this Kitsune, sorry, not Kitsune Rush, this next push with back window could be really strong.
I mean, the shield's
if those
already
defensive
gone.
cooldowns gone.
We see
Yeah, but Dalkin has a big shield of
barrier.
his own. Mickey stays alive just barely thanks to the Immortality Field. That's gonna be a fight win from Kasa. Hello, Mickey. Okay. Mickey. You blow my mind. He's going for everything and then some. Can't push his luck too much, but Kasa Rain able to stabilize after giving up a ton of push. Now, Fruit Punch. Sim Barrier of their own used really early. And Coco dies. Kind of a wasted ult there. Didn't really cut off much of anything important. So that's going to be a hasty retreat.
Back in here very, very quickly. Lucy.
Okay, Fletch, who do you think this title blast is going on to? Is it going to be the Diva again? It's going to be the Diva again.
Kiriko.
But did it go on the...
Kiriko. Yeah, it went
No,
on
I think it went on the Diva.
It went on the Bubby. I saw the overhealth. They went on the Bubby.
Well, it worked. It worked.
Did it though? Ringo's
What?
dead. It's a 1-for-1 trade. They need to find more. Ginge,
Make that 2 for 1.
2 for 2. Need to find something here. Ginge on their backs, dead, and they will be able to weather the onslaught there of Fruit Punch Cabaret.
Oh yeah, this was going really, really well, but now it's Fruit Punch that are on the back foot of this attack. Kasa seemed to have stabilized since the Alari swap. I don't know if it's because of the Alari swap, but that's definitely helped. Or it's definitely when it started, I should say.
Right. Nice poke damage coming through. Pylon broken at the behest of Dirt Master, but Baxter with a nice little shuriken there on to Coco.
Oh, Coco dies first. Coco's been dying first a lot in these fights. It doesn't seem like Fruit Punch are as coordinated with their teleporter engages as Kasa Rain were on their attack. And now Baxter has a Dragon Blade. As he says in chat, prepare yourself for the ultimate. And yeah, he doesn't find anything with it. And they're gonna lose Dalkin. Yeah, Ginger's been able to get a lot of pre-fight value with the Freya against the opposing Symmetra. Really, both Symmetras have been the first casualty of a lot of these team fights. Cart going now into overtime in the middle of point B. So Kasa Rain only have to win one fight here to take map 1.
We have a couple of ultimates here ready to go. Cannot have that catch of some by Lucy. Here is the first proton barrier, but they need to get on the point. Okay, we're gonna see another title surge onto the Kiriko there. This time won't connect as effectively. They're gonna be able to get rid of Lucy's mech, and that will do it here for map number 1. Baxter comes through, dashes through a couple more, and Kasa Rain will take map number 1.
Also were able to live through the initial barrage of ultimates that Fruit Punch threw at them, both those support ultimates, and come back with the Captive Sun and Baxter slicing and dicing through everybody. Good effort by Fruit Punch Cabaret against a team that, to my knowledge, is, at least in terms of me having heard of the players, should be, you know, significantly above their level, but they made that pretty competitive, so good for them.
I think it was definitely helped by the fact that Kasa was trolling.
Yeah, it's so hard to tell with these teams, because it's like the difference between, it's like Schrodinger's troll, where like something might look like trolling or not, depending on, it only really depends on the context.
Then they walked out of spawn using.
Well, no, that sorry, I was talking about the Mercy pick.
Kasa Rain is trolling right now.
Yes, that. Sorry, let me be more clear. That was obviously trolling. I was talking about the mercy pick on point C when they were attacking.
I don't know. It is definitely hard to say. Like, I can't imagine that was like a hard plan coming into this, but it didn't work out. They won the map anyway, right? They started to actually play the game when it mattered the most, which they got it done. They got the first map done. Now it's up to Fruit Punch Cabaret to bring us to a second map.
What is that map going to be?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of where they might want to take us.
Well, let's see. I think, going with Blahaj Lucy looking most comfortable on the Diva, they can go to any map, remember, right? It doesn't have to be... They could go to another escort map. They could decide, oh, we're going to go to Gibraltar, and we're going to play Diva Dive. Or they could go to Ilios. They could go to New Junk. I mean, really, they could go anywhere. That's sort of...
Diva's strong enough on most maps right now. But the answer will come here very, very shortly, hopefully. Unless we're dealing with gamers. Joke's on you, we are. And here's the map pool for Escort, Control, and Hybrid, all decided by donations. Top 3 of each became the map pool for these 3 map types: Circuit Royal, Route 66, and Watchpoint Gibraltar by $1 for the Escort maps. And then for the Control maps, it's Ilios, Lijiang Tower, Samoa. And then finally,
poor Oasis.
Everybody plays Oasis. Everybody plays Lijiang and Ilios too. I kind of.
I feel like people don't usually pick Oasis. I really like. I usually like Oasis.
And our
but
three hybrid team maps are Midtown and Numbani.
The hybrid map choices are crazy. Numbani and Paraíso. I love Midtown too. Yeah, it's just like. Paraíso #1 is crazy.
Okay, can our gamers stop being gamers? Give us a map, please.
Is there nonsense happening? Okay, Lijiang Tower. I forgot we're in Europe. Everyone wants to play friggin' Lijiang, but
that's not a Europe thing. Let's just make that clear. That's an every.
No, but I think Europe is the most guilty.
Lijiang Tower is an everywhere food.
If you like me think that Lijiang Tower is overrated, donate $5 to UNRWA and make the caption like Lijiang Tower overrated or something. I don't know.
I think it's overrated, but not because it's bad, just because I have to see it.
No, it's good. It's just overrated. Like that's something can be good and overrated.
Just like King's Row. I don't like King's Row that much.
Careful, you're gonna upset the
I thought we went over this earlier.
The Rhine heads.
I don't care about the Rhine heads. What?
Yeah, well, is that sort of thing to the people?
I think the honor and glory shtick has gotten kind of old.
I am not going to comment on this matter because I feel like... Okay, so Kasa banning the Diva and Fruit Punch Cabaret going to be banning the BAP. I assume Fruit Punch Cabaret banned first since they lost that map. So we're going to see Blahaj Lucy on something other than the Diva. Looks like, just from these first spawn picks, could be the Hazard. Wouldn't be surprised by that. Fruit Punch Cabaret running, again, something very, pretty meta. Tracer Sim with the Hazard and Wuyang Kiri. Kasa Rain looks like they're going to roll out on Wrecking Ball with Sim and Venture. So Baxter might be able to feast here because between the Sim and the Wuyang, there are a lot of pretty stationary targets that Baxter can just go to town on. Dirtmaster?
Wait a minute. Dirtmaster's getting creative. Hang on. Let's see what he's got.
Okay.
Okay, so the answer is nothing.
Is this Tony Hawk Pro Skater 6?
No, this is Dirt Master.
Oh,
Dirt Master.
oh no!
I don't think that jump is possible. So I
don't know if Dirt Master thought it was possible. It's hard to tell. That's what I'm saying. The difference between
this.
You can make it back, I swear. Try again, Dirt Master. Just try again.
Okay, well, the fight didn't happen.
Yeah, Dirt Master's
already back and taking down Coco.
Yeah, another first death from Coco. I don't mean to pick on them, but
Dr.
it's another first death.
Very low, will fall through on the roll through by Nikki. Swizzy meeting the same fate, but this time by their mirror image. Lucy, very, very low, tried to back through the window, couldn't quite get there. Kasa Rain comes back through.
Now that we're out of silly mode. No more silly time. Very serious. This is very, very serious. Mickey's on Wrecking Ball, but it's very, very serious. I don't know if Mickey's a Wrecking Ball player. There's something inherently silly about it. Yeah, but there's something inherently silly about Wrecking Ball, you know? Like, even when the players who play him that are, like, really, really good at the hero, like Junbin or Infected, it's, like, a little bit silly. Oh, poor Coco. They know that Coco is not having a great time, and they're going for Coco more, and that makes Coco have a worse time. It's a vicious cycle on poor Coco.
Tough.
You hate to see it. Ball with no mic.
Ball with no mic.
That's foul. That's cruel.
No pause. Dirt Master looking for it. Maybe wants the where did I see the down for actually? How does Dirt Master get caught in that? What?
It's like he was just on the corner of Hazard's
down.
Purple Rain. Coco getting... Yeah, Coco gets his revenge.
Baxter rotating around through the backside of the subjective. Coco very low, very dead. But the trades keep coming through. They're trying to keep this fight going. Almost a very, very bad drill dash by Baxter. He's going to rotate down into the ground. Dalkin able to find two somehow, and now it is Lucy versus the world right now.
She's going to beat a wise, hasty retreat. Should also mention we didn't yet that Swizzy making his debut here in the series, subbing in on Tracer.
Well, there is the photon barrier. A lot of damage being put into it by... Dirt Master finally gets that off the map. Boob there. Coco TPing in, unfortunately, kind of in a bad spot, whether on the front or the back end of that teleporter. And now, as overtime begins, Dirt Master
is
wants the skybox sound barrier.
I think Dirt Master might just want attention. Dude, would have been so funny. He was pretty close to falling into the pit. Okay. Well, I did get... That was interesting. I don't really have much more to say than that. Mickey gonna be forced away from point. Dirt Master's little spectacle costing his team lots of capture percentage. And he's gonna get chased away. Baxter popping the excavation initiation tectonic rage. Able to find one, but losing his DPS partner in the process.
Coco does get that trade indeed, and Bubby will not be able to escape those chain guns of the Wrecking Ball. Blaj is kind of brazy in the back line. Does end up getting taken down, unfortunately. Pulls him out. Dalkin still alive, but those sim turrets kind of a nightmare. Need to get the touch, but can't get there. So Fruit Punch Cabaret gonna be able to take this first objective.
Dirt Master, look at what you've done. No, it wasn't just Dirt Master. Yeah, that was trolling. I don't have any other defense for that. That was That was just absolute tomfoolery. Happiest plot team 1954. You're doing your best.
Yeah, good job, Swizzy.
5, 4,
That was
Congratulations
7 years ago.
to Swizzy on doing math.
round. Capture the objective.
Adventure Sim, over to the Reaper. Okay. I believe one of our donation incentives involves somebody screwing up Death Blossom.
Yep.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. Mickey now also over to the Hazard of his own.
Okay. So we'll see. Dolphin already at 20% to that Death Blossom. So hey, that could be a sweet 2 year. Oh, it's $2 for every Death Blossom. Okay, Baxter finally. We're getting applause here, guys.
Yeah, it looked like Mickey was walking into a wall or something. Maybe something with his internet. I'm not sure. But you caught me at mid-yawn, Prod. Yeah. Hopefully this won't be too long. Maybe Mickey decided that he did need his mic. Who knows?
I don't know. But that was a good first fight there for Fruit Punch Cabaret, able to take advantage of the shenanigans, right? Because even if like that first sub map was, you know, I would argue that it was very much in the favor, like gameplay wise, of Kasa Rain. But
If Dirt Master died twice just for content, like, what else would he have, like, come on, let's be real. But that being said, props to Fruit Punch Cabaret. They saw the opportunity and they took it. And it's going to be a first cap coming through from them, possibly on the back of some technical difficulties from a Kasa Rain player. But again, hey, you got to take the opportunities when you get them. Look at all that. Look at all those orbs. The Sim orbs, the Wu Yang orbs. So much poke.
Not going to be able to get away there this time for the Master Dive comes through from Lucy. But the counter dive is there from Mickey. Coco finds another pick onto 60 and is, you know, having a little bit better of a time here. Throws up that or the teleporter, gets the healing, stays alive.
Yeah, Fruit Punch Cabaret might, I mean, oh, what a great teleport there from Coco, able to get out of Baxter's burrow. Mickey now over to the Ram, Dalkin over to the Cassidy. That completely changes just the way that Kasa Rain want to play this. Just the tempo, the locations of their comp. Baxter gets a big kill with the Clobber, though.
Yeah, good job there. The trade comes through. Swizzy with the full bomb. Swizzy not quite able to get tracked down by that flashbang there of Dalkin. And all these picks coming through from the side of Fruit Punch Cabaret are going to force Kasa Rain back to their spawn.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Kasa Rain right now. They are, I mean, they have Kitsune Rush, and they're going to have their ultimate soon, but not as soon as Lucy's Downpour and Bubby's Kitsune Rush. First ult popped by 60. Oh, the Tidal Blast!
Nice cleanse there. Now we're going to see the Downpour, which will claim a couple of lives. Kasa Rain does end up getting the flip here, but you know, that percentage is inconsequential because they only need one more fight, if that.
The flip was definitely important. If they hadn't flipped, Fruit Punch probably would have gotten to 100% by now. Dirt Master has to pop the sound barrier just to push through this barrage of damage. They are going to take out Dr. Bubby. Someone's got to get to point, and it is going to be Baxter and Mickey. They are going to win the fight. Now they got to climb back to 100%. No more messing around.
Coco can't die there. Good enough getting alive.
Yeah,
alive.
Kit had to use the Suzu. That's going to be another couple seconds before that comes back online. So, yep, they are waiting for that Suzu to be back before they push.
Couple of ultimates coming up here for the side of Kasa, Rain.
Yep, there's the Venture ult.
Shock down here for Baxter, trying to find a pick. Coco able to get away. Baxter in the back line taking care of Rango, popping out. Now towards Lucy. Puts up that spike block, but will not do enough there. You can see Swizzy just tracked down by that drill dash, and Kasa Rain. Clean team kill.
You know Baxter's taking this seriously because he has the Team Korea weapon charm equipped on his Venture. But Fruit Punch Cabaret, nowhere closer to any support ultimates, and Kasa Rain still have that Annihilation, so this could be a one-sided fight. Not much from Fruit Punch that can really get rid of that Annihilation, or deal with that Annihilation.
But that Photon Barrier was also incredibly lackluster, way too early there. The teleporter, good lord, came down, but not going to be enough to save Coco there. We're going to see the downpour come in once again. Deadeye from Dawkin to try and take care of... How did that not take care of Lucy? Doesn't matter. Both of those flashbangs will come through. Get that final blow, and now we are headed to a third map. This one, potentially for the series.
Yeah, Kasa Rain have put their serious pants on, and they are here to play.
Okay.
Seems like Kasa Rain have finally pulled it together here. No more trolling. They want to get the win.
It reminds me of... do you remember during the Overwatch World Cup qualifiers when Team USA would like win the first map and then they'd off-roll? But they did that against Mexico and they actually lost a map with Hydron playing Winston, and then they had to like get serious again for map 3. Yeah, this feels like a mini version of that.
Well, Kasa Rain, the jump not quite able to get where they would have liked it to be. Coco, though, just absolutely chopped in half. Baxter needs to live, but Rango able to track down that kill, and alt-fire headshot there from Dolkin to help take down Bubby.
Yeah, the Silver Bullet can find so much value against heroes like Wu Yang that don't have a ton of mobility. Fan the Hammer not as useful into like Hazard as it would be if Lucy was playing other tanks.
Dive there on to the Kiriko, gets the cleanse. Mickey a little bit stressed out here. Definitely getting a little bit low, but the support coming through very, very strong. Good job keeping Mickey up for way longer than Mickey had any right being alive.
Yeah, that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade. Kasa Rain still in control.
Okay, well, I mean, Lucy has to play it safe there. There's just no reason to be that far in the back line when your whole team is in the front line.
Idle Blast and Downpour. That's a really early Downpour. Doesn't look like it even catches anybody. Baxter, the ultimate once again, and it's Tectonic Rage.
I mean, the trades are coming through. Baxter is incredibly low, does end up going down. But this time, it's one of the Fruit Punch Cabaret that requires a pause called by
What
Bubby.
is this? What is this, Overwatch or Pause Watch? Anyway, so Kasa Rain have locked in. Maybe. They might have... I feel like whenever Baxter types in chat about his ultimate, he then proceeds to not have a good ultimate. Like... I feel like they're trying to get away with trolling, but Fruit Punch Cabaret are a little bit too organized to completely lose to them trolling. So, a moral victory of sorts as we wait for this pause issue to be resolved.
Yeah, I mean, I think that once again, Fruit Punch Cabaret punished the troll.
Yep. I mean, that's what you got to do when you're in that
I
position,
mean,
right?
I mean, there's very little reason to be in the spawn door. We're gonna see the downpour called in by Mickey this time. Wallspawn is out. That's kind of tough. That's actually really tough because they also use sound barrier.
Yeah, Kasarin used 3 ults over the course of that fight, including the Tectonic Rage before the pause. But they are going to have Kitsune Rush with very little on the side of Fruit Punch Cabaret to counter that. Not even really a lot of ways they can kite it. They just kind of have to, I guess they might have to use their own Kitsune Rush. So get ready for a lot of gates on your screen. That's going to be Dalken going down to the Sim turrets along with Dirtmaster.
Tough there. They will get a flip though, actually. So it's going to be even more percentage for the side of Kasa Rain, using that Kitsune Rush to lengthen this fight as much as humanly possible. Baxter off the map. That's tough. I mean, that's always a dangerous thing when you're trying to fight a Tracer with a character like Venture on the side of the map. So
he wasn't.
Tough, but
I don't think he was trying to hit the Tracer. I think he was trying to go.
Definitely trying to hit the Tracer.
It looked like he was trying to escape and just missed the ledge. But Lucy now coming up on another downpour. She said mixed results getting value out of these, but really, if I'm her, I'm just trying to get that Kiriko.
Oh no.
Oh, well, I
That's
just jinxed it,
really,
I think.
really unfortunate.
Yes, Swizzy goes down early, and now Kasarina ready to pounce.
Bobby also meeting the same fate this time by Baxter. Coco shoved into a locker. Unfortunately, like 0.1% separates them from finishing that capture. And now Kasa Rain only need one more fight, and they've got a couple of resources to do this with. They're gonna get aggro with it.
They're pretty close to both support ults.
Yeah,
That's a big downpour.
There's the downpour. Bubby does not get the touch. And what a drill dash. Do they get in? They do. That downpour not going to connect, but Coco needs to live. Coco
Super
will
intelligent
live,
play
but
from
nobody else
Baxter there.
will. Nobody else will. So that will do it here. It is just this one lone Symmetra left to keep this fight alive for Fruit Punch Cabaret, and Kasa Rain 2-0 on the tournament.
Baxter trolled a lot on this map, but that waiting there for the Sim TP, knowing that's where they were going to contest from, just a real heads-up play. That's what experience will do for you. Kasa Rain, pull it together and avoid dropping a map to a plat team. A plat team that took advantage of Kasa Rain messing around a little bit and were able to get some points capped and a point win. So, gotta be happy with that if you're Fruit Punch Cabaret.
Yeah, I mean, a great fight from Fruit Punch Cabaret. Unfortunate the way that it went, but they're not done. Still only 2 matches into this tournament, right? 2 more rounds of Swiss to go, so they still could, lock in the back half of the Swiss and, make it to that bracket. Of course, that won't be today. I'm pretty sure that EU is done for tonight. But
yes,
there will be a couple more matches tomorrow night to decide who finally ends up in that bracket, which, let me look and see how many.
Yeah,
Oh,
so there's going to be 2 more rounds of Swiss tomorrow and then a bracket on Sunday. That's going to be it for us tonight. For Fletch and I here with y'all on today's Watch Over Palestine EU portion of the broadcast. Kasa Rain, if as long as if they just play seriously, I think should be the favorites to win this. I mean, just off of, even if you just think about on paper experience, right? but showing that even good teams can lose when they troll. So,
I mean, it all comes back to bite at some point. But for now, we're going to give these teams a break. Come back tomorrow with some more Swiss round action. 2 more rounds on the horizon. Thank you all for watching here tonight, and very, very soon we will be coming back in with our NA side, so look forward to that. We appreciate all of the donations. Once again, $5 will get you entered into some raffles for a skin bundle and a battle pass. $3 will get you stickers. Everything is going to a great cause. So we do greatly appreciate all of the help that we have been getting, almost at $2,000. So without further ado, thank you all for watching, and we will see y'all on the NA side.